Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Utah Hockey Broadcast Network. This is Patrick McGann alongside my partner, Mitchell Slott. We're here for the pregame show here live in Salt Lake City at the Salt Lake City Sports Complex. As tonight, the University of Utah is facing off against Arizona State University. It's the University of Utah skating use number 7 in the country versus number 20, ASU. Mitchell, I'm so excited for this contest, as you are, I'm sure. It's good to be back.
Not only is it good to be back, but with the new rankings coming out, this is the highest Utah has ever been ranked at M1 in the history of Utah hockey.
That's right.
And that goes to the coaching staff, the organization itself, and from talking to Morgan Feeney before the game, just like we talked about last broadcast, but since our last broadcast was almost a month ago,
right?
Just to refresh you guys, one of the things that I talked to Morgan about was what's the buy-in like? And he talked to me even tonight. He's like, man, the buy-in, the guys are so much more willing to do the dirty things to get the job done as long as we get a win. It's not about personal stats. It's about wins and losses. And right now, Utah is doing a good job in wins to move up all the way from starting at the projected 19. Now we are actually at number 7 based on our stats: wins, loss, strength of schedule.
That's right. Yeah, what a great start for these Utah. Number 7 having a really successful trip to Oklahoma, playing University of Oklahoma and Central Oklahoma, and then sweeping Grand Canyon University the weekend before. It's your league-leading University of Utah skating use, first in the WCHL, and they've got a real shot at winning this conference. I mean, if you start like that, they've only left 1 point on the table in 6 games played. They're undefeated in conference play. They had that shootout loss, I think, is what it was. So they left 1 point on the table, or shootout, whatever it was. I think it was a shootout loss. Shootout loss. They left that point on the table, but for Utah, firing on all cylinders right now. And Ethan Light, actually, one of the individual performers, leading the entire country in points. Ethan Light, 8 goals, 14 assists, good enough for 22 points. Almost 2.5 points a game is what he's averaging.
Yeah, 2.44 to be exact. I mean, you cannot ask anything more out of a player, can you? I mean, sure, you know, along with his goals, one of the things I want to highlight tonight is watch his play away from the puck as well as with the pucks. He's going to block shots. He's going to get his stick in passing lanes. He's going to do all the things that it takes to be successful as a player, and he's also probably going to put at least 1, maybe 2. Hey, can I be greedy and ask for 3? I don't know. I've even here, watch this. I've even got a Utah hockey hat that I might throw on the ice tonight.
Perfect. Yeah, first night with the hat, just throw it right over the netting and onto the ice. But even so, I mean, he had a hat trick at Central Oklahoma. I mean, who didn't have points in Central Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Utah, let's see, 11 different Utes had points in Game 2 of the UCO series, in which they won 10-2.
Yeah.
So what an impressive performance by those Utes. And I mean, they are firing on all cylinders. It's the first time, I think, maybe the first or second time, that Utah is actually the better team on paper against Arizona State. A very strong team in this conference as well.
Yeah, I mean, even though they're ranked number 20, I was talking to the coach, Austin Klein, Austin Klein before the game, and you know, they're rebuilding. They're a young team as well.
Right.
You know, I think one of the things that has helped Utah is the caliber of the young guys, of the freshmen that came in, and that's one of the things that that he's trying to work on for ASU, is getting those young guys to produce and be in the mix. And I think if they can do that tonight, I think they're going to give the Utes a little bit of a run for their money.
Yep.
Which I'm totally expecting this to be a tight, checking but fast, physical game.
Absolutely, yeah. They always are against these teams. Arizona State. Those two teams very, very physical. We get to see the Sun Devils here tonight. But also, I just want to touch on close. Garrett Fuller, the starter here for Utah in 5 games played. He's 3-1-1, 1.94 goals against, and a .928 save percentage. He is also on fire.
Yeah, I mean, I saw him for the first time in that second game against Colorado, and I was thoroughly impressed. And then against San Diego State, same thing. I mean, he stood up tall, made the saves he needed to make, got a shutout. I think that was the really, really, really lopsided game. 15-0 game against San Diego State that we got to watch that Friday night, followed up by another 4-0 victory the following night on Saturday, and that was I believe Jackson Letty in net for that second game. But, you know, both teams are on the ice right now, and I am so excited. It's been a month since we've been on the air.
Right.
I am not used to this kind of schedule, but, you know, it's always a pleasure to be on here with you. I've enjoyed it thoroughly, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the games. But we've got a really good one tonight for you.
Absolutely, yeah, and we're just about to get ready here for the announcement of the starting lineup. So we'll throw it to Justin Long for the announcement of the starting lineups here in Salt Lake City. We'll have the broadcast and puck drop in just about a couple minutes here, folks, so stay tuned for Utah and Arizona State in just a few moments.
Salt Lake City Sports Complex here on the campus of the University of Utah for this evening's ACHA Division I matchup featuring Arizona State University and your University of Utah Skate Utes. Starting lineups for this evening's matchup: first for ASU. At defense, number 6, Dominic Intrivo. Defense, number 73, Nick Bonady. Forward, number 7, Caden Butler. Forward, number 34, Matthew Gross. Forward, number 77, Austin Cameron. And in goal, number 31, Nathaniel Glenn. Starting lineup for your University of Utah Skate Utes. At left defense, number 21, Matthew Delaney. All right, defense, number 26, Jake Lorera. Left wing, number 27, Eric Gibney. Center, number 14, Michael Erdis. Right wing, number 8, Jacob Slater. And between the pipes this evening for your Skating Utes, number 32, Garrett Fuller. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you'll kindly rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome back to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is Patrick McGann alongside my partner Mitchell Slott, and we're getting ready for hockey here in Salt Lake City once again. It's been about a month since we've been on these airwaves. We're so happy to be back tonight. It's the number 7 University of Utah Skating Utes against the number 20 Arizona State University Sun Devils in a Western Collegiate Hockey League conference matchup.
Man, I am, like I said in the pregame, I am super excited about this matchup real quick. I'm going to go over the particulars, i.e. the referees for tonight's game. Head referees will be Travis Larson and Seth McDermott. And on lines, we have Jared Bussell as well as Stanford Zito. And to talk about the Sun Devils real quick, you know, they've got a couple good scores as well. Their top scorer right now is number Robinson. I thought I had his number here.
Ryan Robinson.
Ryan Robinson with 1 goal, 8 assists, 9 points.
And the puck is dropped. We are underway from 4,500 feet up here in Salt Lake City. Sun Devils and Utes, game 1. As immediately it goes all the way down into the ASU zone. And that puck is played all the way out by ASU. They'll chase it down. And in the puck goes. Butler's the first man there for ASU. It's taken away by Utah. Given he plays it off the wall, and it's taken away by Butler once more, playing it towards the middle, and it's knocked loose by Larilla.
We got to pay attention to that Zamboni door. That's twice already, and you can kind of see a gap over there, even on the TV screen. You can see that there's a gap where the puck's going to take some pretty odd bounces. And as far as keys to the game tonight, Pat, I'm going to look for the speed and physicality like we mentioned in the pregame, but also the defensive zone coverage for the Utes, how they are going to respond to the attack of the Sun Devils, and see what they can do defensively to set up the offensive chances.
That puck played all the way up into the air and down in. And that will go for icing, and it's a good couple of points there, Mitchell. I think that's good to keep in mind. Utah coming off a pretty strong weekend at Central Oklahoma, which Central Oklahoma, things might be flip-flopping. The tides may be turning in the conference. Not looking too strong to start this season.
And they've been a powerhouse for the past few years.
Oh, yeah.
They've won a national championship and done well, but it seems like, yeah, you're absolutely right. There is something going on down there at UCO that's maybe they're in a little bit of a rebuilding, if you could call it that.
All teams eventually have to go through that process. As now Utah with the puck in the ASU zone, it's then taken away and skated out.
Yeah, that looked like number 25 for the ASU Sun Devils, Trevor Kinnessy. Kind of lost his place on the ice for a minute. Utah has a puck in their zone. They send it up and in. That's Ethan Light who shifts that in right now. Goaltender Nate Glenn came out to play the puck. It's behind the net now, near side. Pinched in.
And yeah, nice play there by ASU to play the puck back, and out it's Chase. He peels back. Kraft to the near side, or far side corner rather. Over to Kruchek. Kruchek with it along those half boards. He's pinned by two Sun Devils. It's played further into the zone. Tape to tape, it goes to Kennedy. Can't quite receive the pass. And they flip it all the way out, and they skate it in. There's a shot, good save by Fuller.
Yeah, I think that's the first shot on net by either team right now.
So there's a shot in front as they were looking for a deflection. Specifically, that was Newland looking for a tip from Evtimov. Newland skates it in. Pass behind his man, and now Utah will take it the other way. Jones, pass over to Sunigal, peels back. Brister blockered up and out of play by the goaltender there, Nate Glenn.
Yeah, one of the things I want to talk about real quick is it's good to see Kruchek back on the ice. He took a lower body injury in that series against Colorado and has been out since then. Good to see him back on the ice. I had a chance to chat with him before the game, and he's raring to go tonight.
Happy to see him back on the ice. ASU plays to the opposite side. Evtimov's there. Back into the far corner. Newland skating back. He's got Donovan on him. Newland still skating with it across the lines. Stick handles. Behind the goal line and in. Going all the way around, trying to find a centering pass. No one there. Palmer fires a shot. Easily sticked away by Fuller. Delaney trying to pass to the point. It's knocked free by ASU.
ASU had a little trouble getting the puck out of their own zone in that last attempt. Let's see if they can make the transition game work for them as they
here we go. Slater skates it in. Slater makes one shoot. He scores! Slater gets the Utes on the board. What a move!
Beautiful move by Slater there to put that puck in, and he had actually, even though he got that puck just inside the zone, he had time on that because of his quickness to choose his spot, and he chose to go over the glove of Nate Glenn and puts the Utes on the board. Time of that goal, 3:50 of the first period.
And a great chance by him to capitalize and knock that puck loose and skate it in. And he buries it glove side, and Utah takes an early 1-0 lead on home ice. against rival Sun Devils. Is now, it'll be Slater again. He skates it in, trying to dance around the man, and it's covered up. That was actually, I think that was Correa, actually.
Yeah, you're right. John Correa. And one of the things to look for tonight out of the Utes is Morgan has switched up the lines a little bit. So if you're used to watching players play together, there's a couple little shifts tonight that you're going to see. Try to make it more balanced, yet have an attack line as well.
And Morgan has the top point getter in the country on his team. That being Ethan Light, leading the entire ACHA in points, 22 points in 8 games, averaging 2.44 goals, or points rather, a game. Unbelievable, and it's not even really close.
No, because if you look at the next two players in that stat, they have 4 or 5 games. And I think in the fourth leading scorer has 7 games in hand on Mr. Light, and he's still nowhere near him.
There's a pass picked off. Delaney there to retrieve over to Larilla. But goes to show you he's having a hot start, and there are some talented players in this team. I believe Langenbrunner's tied for 7th or 8th in the league in points. So 2 Utes on the national level making some noise. And even the team, of course, top 10. Best start in program history. As now it'll be the Utes skating it forward. Sending it across the line, fires a wrister, sticked away by Glenn to the far side.
Yeah, heavy shot by Sinan there, who looked like he was shot out of a cannon to get into the zone, and that's a defenseman right there.
Marchand to the opposite side, Newland. Pressure there from Erdis.
One of the things I'm noticing early about ASU right now is they, like most teams that have come here to Utah to play against the Utes, are struggling with the speed that the Utes are bringing. It just seems like they're about a step behind at this point, and their passes aren't clicking. They're not being able to catch up to the free pucks, and the Utes have been just all over it with a good glove save there by Nate Glenn, but they just seem like they haven't engaged yet. I don't know, I mean, if it's road legs, I'm not sure when they got here. I didn't even ask the head coach, when did you get here, Austin Klein? But, you know, road legs are something that have to be talked about because they are a true thing. But
they are.
Right now, I think we're seeing a little bit of that road leg weariness from ASU because the Utes are on top of every puck so far.
And ASU, their second road weekend in a row, technically. They did play at GCU, of course. That's not a far trip for them, but they only played 1 game last weekend, and that was a loss to GCU 5-3, as there's a shot. It's wide. And most notable early on, though, ASU did split with UNLV on home ice. They beat UNLV in that first game 6-2, and that's one of the contenders for this conference.
Yeah, and 12 different players had points in that win against UNLV.
Yeah, very spread out attack. Just reviewing the stats for that game. Yeah, just, you know, not a lot of players had multiple points. It was kind of 1 point here and there, and it's good when you have everybody contributing. So there's a big hit by, looks to be in the behind there for Utah. Bisson.
Yeah, number 22. Big hit from him, but I can tell you this, take nothing away from that hit, but the Sun Devils player, I believe that was number 25, Kinnessy, he kind of jumped into the boards a little bit, maybe looking to draw a penalty there, but no go as we continue play.
Evtimov trying to find Cooch there, and Schwab skates in to break it up. One-timer for the stick of Donovan, and it's patted away by Glenn.
Utes doing a good job to keep the puck in their offensive zone. Just like I was talking about a few minutes ago, Sun Devils having a really hard time getting the puck out of their zone. And right there, they were the recipient of a high stick played by one of the Utes, and then followed up to negate the high stick. Sun Devil was able to get it in.
Marchand at the point, one-timer for the stick of Evtimov, and it's sticked away. And now it'll be Utah breaking it out. Schneider gets it across his own line. And it's sent to the opposite side for Senegal. Long pass for Donovan. He tips it in, and Utah will get a change. Marchand across the blue line. and into the Utah zone. Peels back at the line, and that will cause his team to be offside.
Yeah, and that could have also been a slash as the Utes player got the stick up around the hands, but no call. We'll play on. I kind of like I like the referees letting the boys play this out. Shots right now 4-1 in favor of the Utes.
And off the draw, ASU able to bat that one into the zone. Cameron was chasing after that one for ASU, then Utah takes it away. Light pass to the middle for the stick of Langermotor, just bounces right over his blade. And now Light will skate it in. Just getting on side there was Correa, it looked like. Here comes Gross into the zone for ASU, sending it towards the middle for Butler, and it's batted away by Noonan for Utah. Kept into the line by Olsen. Marchant spearing that puck forward, trying to get over to Butler. Good pressure there from Sendin.
It's in the middle of their skates.
And now it'll be Noonan skating this one out. Try to get it over to Light, but he's just right in front of him. Would have been tough to complete that pass. ASU dumps it right back in, and they'll get a full change.
Utes moving the puck really well so far early in this game. Able to establish that that dominance with the puck as well as position on the ice.
Evtimov over to Newland. Palmer at the point. Fires a shot just wide. Alan Evtimov with the puck in that far corner. Gibney takes that puck away, gets it out of the zone at the line. Here comes Slater, skates it in with some speed. Centering pass to Jones, and it was just off the mark. Music at the red line. We'll dump it right back in, and now Utah will get a change. Slater with the pressure and the speed. That's what you'll notice, as Mitchell you talked about. Kylie Ram with it over to Newland, and you can just see the difference in speed between these two teams early on. Kylie Ram. Pass over to Benaldi. Evtimov pinned up along the boards in the corner, then Utah takes it away. Slater skates it in, makes a move with the line, still skating with it. Fires a shot, blocker, save Glenn. Rebound, bouncing puck, Kraft shoots. Rebound still loose, and it's knocked behind the net by Alan Evtimov and played out. Kruchek gets his stick on that one, dumps it in and chases after it. Dominic Evtimov played it forward, and they eventually got that puck out at the line. That was the work of Quast to do that. Now here comes Utah. They skate it in. Backhand shot from the stick of Kruchek is just wide. And ASU will counterattack. It's Quast, skates it in. Centering pass, broken up by the stick of Noonan, and that puck sails out of play.
And going back to that game with the Sun Devils in UNLV, goaltender Nate Glenn stopped 45 of 47 shots in that win after ASU got shut out, or outshot 47-25. So Nate Glenn coming into this game with a little bit of confidence. Obviously, off the outset, the Utes were able to get a quick goal. I mean, with their speed that they've been displaying tonight so far, I mean, not surprised. It was a good shot by Slater to get that goal. But coming in here with a lot of confidence should be Nate Glenn.
Yeah, he faced over 100 shots in that series between those two games. There's a shot, good save by Fuller. That second game he saw 67 shots, saved 65 of them. I mean, that's pretty good.
Absolutely, it is.
If you look at the percentage on that, that's pretty good. So he's seen a lot of shots. He's primed and ready to go. UNLV proving to be a tough team to beat again this year, as ASU has it beyond their own net. Delaney coming to break it up. And now ASU will play it out of the zone.
And we will see UNLV on January 31st and February 1st. Those are the next home games after this weekend stand. I mean, it's crazy that there's almost 2 months, or over 2 months in between our home games.
A lot more home games next semester, but yeah, that is pretty crazy that is the next home series. Didn't realize that, and that will be one I'll call that the series of the season. That'll be a broadcast you're not going to want to miss. I mean, you're not going to want to miss any of our broadcasts, right? But
absolutely not.
That is one to especially circle on your calendar as King at the line dumps it in for ASU. Fuller plays it along to Langenbrunner, who deflects it back. Music backhands it off the wall and out of the zone as Utah was changing. ASU trying to catch Utah on the change. Butler calling for that puck, but they opt to play it back to the stick of Palmer. Donning the A on his chest as Palmer skates it across the red line and into the zone. Lights on him there. He skates around Larilla, opts to go behind the net. Pass over to Gross, who can't quite handle it.
Good defensive positioning there by number 2 for the Utes. Maybe that's not 2, maybe it was 21. I'm sorry about that. That's Delaney. He thwarted that offensive opportunity for ASU just by being in good position.
And it's taken away there by Dominic Evtimov. Now Utah takes away. Here we go. Correa on the breakaway. Skates it in with Light. Correa and Light. One-timer. What a save by Glenn. It was a 3-on-0.
I cannot believe they didn't score on that.
Wow. They should have maybe slowed it down a little bit more. But here comes Gross at the line. Skates it in. Leaves it for Butler, who winds up a wrist shot. It's blocked by Jones. And a nice long pass over to the stick of Light, who has some time. And
great block there by Brady Jones. His parents are in the house tonight. I was able to talk to them pre-game, and that lends itself to the selling out for the betterment of the team that we talked about pre-game. And he blocked the shot there. I know that stings. I've blocked a few in my lifetime, and it's not fun unless they hit you in the exact right spot on the shin guards. Otherwise, you feel it. But good play by Brady Jones there.
And it looks like Arizona State's going to get that face-off violation. One more will be a penalty. And Erdis wins that draw against Evtimov, but after a weird bounce, Alan Evtimov will skate with it. Olsen. Pass over to Kali Ram, and then the stick of Newland. Evtimov carries it in, though. Skates with it, trying to get that puck on net. Don't think a shot really came of that play, but Fuller will get a hold of it and freeze the puck, and here we go.
I want to go back to that 3-on-0 real quick, Pat. One of the things, just for the fans out there, a lot of times when you get a breakaway like that, you think you have a lot less time than you really do, because those players actually had quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
Because they came into that zone really quick. They transitioned extremely fast. I think if they knew that they had a little bit more time, they probably would have spread out, maybe made one more pass. I'm all for shooting on an odd man rush, but when you've got 3-on-0, it's one of those plays you think 100% of the time it's going to get capitalized upon, but oftentimes it doesn't.
Yeah, they did have a lot of time in that specific instance. You're right, though. But I mean, you can't blame the players. As a person who's never played college hockey, it's, I'm sure it's pretty tough to, realize you have that time in the moment, and don't blame them. But I absolutely, one more pass may have done them some good. Maybe some tic-tac-toe. They had that time and kind of set up that empty net for yourself. But nonetheless, good chance for the Utes. One of the doors down there in the far side corner opened up, so we're going to get a stoppage.
Yeah, you beat me to that. I was going to explain why we got the stoppage, but I guess the door came open during play. And Seth McDermott, I played on a team with Seth McDermott a number of years ago, probably for 3 or 4 years. Good guy. When he first moved to Utah, he came to our team. I think I was still working at the hockey shop, so over 10 years ago when I met Seth. But he's a real responsible guy, wants to keep everybody safe, and good stoppage there by him. So for ASU,
he tried to make sure the door was closed. Marchand jumped under the boards to make sure it would stay closed, and it did not.
And what I was about to talk about there before he jumps into the boards, no, you're good, was one of the things I want to see out of them is their ability to get the puck out of their zone. It's really becoming an issue for them. Even, we've played 14 minutes, 15 seconds or so of the first period. There's still a lot of hockey to be played, and I know there's a little bit of that adjustment time that needs to take place, but we're 14 minutes into the first period. By now, you should be settled into the game. A lot of hits have been made in this game so far, so the hitting aspect of it or the physicality aspect of it shouldn't be, a nerve-wracking thought in their thought process, but they need to get the puck out of their zone, because the Utes right now with their speed, their entire team speed really is wreaking havoc for their defensemen. I've seen a lot of passes bounce off of sticks, go a little bit too far ahead, and what that tells me is they're gripping their sticks a little bit too tight, and there's a level of nerves that are still involved with their breakout. And in talking with Austin Klein, the head coach, before the game as well, one of the things he's looking for out of tonight is that team support. But if you can't complete a pass to get it out of your zone, you're not going to be able to generate any support. You're hoping somebody maybe comes back and helps out to get that puck out of the zone. But I'm looking for them in the last 6 minutes or less here that we have in the first period, as well as moving forward in the game, is that puck movement out of their zone to at least get some sort of attack going against the Utes.
And after the draw, now it'll be Butler playing that puck out on the backhand. Cameron coming in to help. Nice little drop off to Gross. Gross fires a wrister. Good save by Fuller, and it looked like he couldn't find it for a moment there, but the whistle blows and he makes the save.
And Donovan, with good help, saying, don't move down there. Stacking himself on top of the butterfly pads of Fuller for the Utes. That's kind of funny.
And you're looking at a goaltender that saves about 93% of the shots that he sees, and that is elite in the ACHA, although it's pretty hard to tell who's the best because all the goalies that have never played lead the league on the website. They don't have a non-start category, but I'm sure he's up there in qualified goaltenders for save percentage.
Absolutely he is.
Former San Diego State Aztec transferred to Utah this season. And the Utes, quite obviously, very happy to have him as Light skates in and across the line, fending the man off Marchant. Nice play by Light to get the puck in deep and fend off Marchant.
He did that with one hand.
Literally. So there's a 2-on-2 scrum there on the boards. Delaney down over to Light. Stick handling. Send it towards the middle. It's tipped in front. Larilla gives the puck a whack. It pops up into the air and drops in the far side corner. It's Matthew Gross. And the whistle will blow.
Yeah, puck hit the rafter, the sound boards that we have in the ceiling here at Salt Lake County Sports Complex. One looks like it's hanging a little bit cockeyed up there, but the puck went all the way up to the rafters.
And ASU wins that draw on their own end. Utah with some pressure. It's Kraft along those boards there. Nice move there. There's a shot from the point. It's deflected wide. Rebound on the doorstep was Schwab, and he just missed an opportunity there. So now it's Music.
Dropped it back, and nobody was home there for a minute.
Palmer keeps it in at the blue line. Kennedy trying to get that one all the way around, but didn't have enough Irish on it, and now it'll be Kruchuk dumping that puck in. Kraft chasing after it, beating Palmer to the puck there. Kruchuk in to help. He's pinned up along the boards by Franklin. Franklin and Palmer there for ASU. Kraft and Kruchuk for Utah. Coming in to help. Looks to be Schwab there for Utah. Yeah, Schwab does get the puck.
And the puck is loose. You can see it moving around even before just then when it came all the way to the far side.
ASU switches the play up to the near side. Kennedy over to Palmer, plays it behind the net. Franklin over to Kennedy, and then King. King off the wall. It's picked away by Noonan. Now Schneider skates it in on the near side half boards, peels back. He's pinned there. Brought down by Alan Evtimov. That puck does find its way out, and the whistle will blow. Not sure why.
Well, usually when the referee blows a whistle like that, it's because a player is down and they're prone and they're in a dangerous position, and he doesn't want to. You don't want a player to just get dug upon with the stick. So if the player is in a vulnerable position, the referee will oftentimes blow that whistle down instead of letting him move it like he did in the corner. That time he blew it down rather quickly.
Delaney will dump this puck in. Donovan skating hard behind the net to try and retrieve for Utah. A diving Kylie Ram speared that puck, and it was tipped by Sonnegold to the near side corner. Another scrum here, and it's taken away by ASU. Benaldi.
And that's one of those things I think Morgan Feeney, head coach for Utah, is going to look at with a penalty coming here. That's going to be either a check from behind or boarding against ASU. That should be the first penalties of the game, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, and that'll be Alan Evtimov going to the box, making sure the player that he hit there was okay. I think that might have been Larilla, but nice move by him, classy move. Goes to show you these players don't mean harm most of the time.
Yeah, boarding is the call.
And yep, Alan Evtimov. Utah to the power play, which last weekend they were 2 for 6, 1 for 6, and 3 for 7 on the power play. And we're underway with the first power play of the game. The home team gets it. Delaney at the point, stick handling. Over to Light. Light fires a wrister, and it hits Kraft. It pops up in the air. Nobody can find it. It just drops. And whistle will blow. It will be a hand pass.
And as you guys, as we've talked about before, nowhere on the ice can a player play it to a teammate by using their hands. Different than the NHL. The NHL, as long as you're in your defensive zone or it gets played from the neutral zone into your defensive zone, they won't blow it down. But in ACHA, can't do it.
Therefore, we have a face-off. Now, foul was committed by ASU. It's played off the wall and all the way out. Utah will reset.
Yeah, a minute and a half remaining on this power play. First one of the game for the Utes.
And Delaney skates it in. Goes to the near side corner. He's pushed up along the boards there. Marchant with some pressure. Urtis helping him out there. Utah wins that puck. Langenbutter over to Urtis. Urtis trying to find, looks to be Kraft at the goal line. Urtis fires a shot. They score! It looks like it's Urtis. I'm not quite sure who got it, but the Utes are on the board again. It's 2-zip. It's a power play goal.
That was Urtis, and that was a beautiful play coming all the way from the corner. And Urtis has to be smart here as he bumped Olsen of ASU. But Urtis picked the puck out of that, took a shot. It was blocked, picked up the rebound. It was in his skates. He kicked it ahead, took the shot, got the rebound, and then finally was able to put it in. I mean, that was stick-to-itiveness. I don't think even covers that.
And Utah grabbing another goal late here in the first. Looking pretty good to start things off here on their home ice.
And the time of that goal, 18:23 of the first period. So now the Utes leading 2-0. Shots right now on the board show 6-3. I think it might be a little bit more than that, but that will probably be updated in the intermission.
Puck played in by ASU. Fuller leaves it for his teammate. That being Larilla. ASU with it now. It's Newland.
And that goal was a power play goal, by the way.
Cameron dumps it in for ASU. Gross is there. Nice defense there from Music to pinball it out. And now Kruchek has the puck with some space. Across the blue line. Fires a wrister. It's blocked by Palmer. It stays in the zone with 1 minute to go in the first. Kruchek behind the net. Pass blocked by ASU. That was specifically Palmer. Cameron gets his stick on that one and dumps it in. ASU makes a change. 45 to go here in the first. Sendin pops that puck up into the air over to Light. Light will stick handle. It's a hit there from behind him. So ASU skates in, they make a move, they shoot, pad save Fuller, rebound, and what a block by Sendin. What a save by Fuller, and then what a save by Sendin.
Yeah, 2 players diving out in front of that puck as Fuller was a little bit out of position after making the initial save, and a big rebound on that.
And there's a shot from ASU by Benaldi. It's just wide. This is the best ASU's looked all period. 2 seconds on the clock. Their bench is telling them to shoot, and the horn will sound. ASU, that's their best couple of chances we've seen from them, and it came with about 20 seconds left in the first, but good period there from both sides, but Utah with a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you know what? ASU did a really good job. I know you were just talking about how well they did in the last few seconds, but to get the puck down and really create that opportunity for themselves, I mean, with that initial shot that got Fuller out of position, I mean, what a great job there, and that's what we need to see out of ASU if they're going to look to come back here in the second and third.
Well, thank you for tuning into that first period of play. Utah leading 2-0. We will take a break, but before then, we'll send it down to ice side. We'll send it down to ice level with Taylor Callahan, who has an interview with one of the players on the ice side there. But we'll be back with the first intermission report after that interview, just a few moments after that. We'll send it down to the ice to Taylor.
Hey Utah fans, I'm Taylor and I'm here with Slater number 8. So Slater, how do you feel like this game has been going for you, and what do you think the coaches did pregame to help you guys?
Honestly, I think we're a little slow right now. We're up 2, but we got more in the tank for sure. I think great systems, and coach said be physical, play fast. We're trying to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're seeing that from all of you guys. I mean, you scored that first point for the Utes. Super exciting, by the way. Congratulations. So what do you think going into the second period you want to do to try and take that extra step to kind of get quicker on your feet?
Yeah, I don't know. We got to wake up. Maybe hit someone early on and get into the game, but I think we got it. I think we'll pull it there.
Absolutely. So what are you seeing from the other team that you think is making it either more difficult or easier for you guys?
I think most of the problem that we're having is ourselves. They seem a little tired, maybe a tie up, I don't know, but it's more on us right now. So
yeah, so maybe fixing the mindset a little bit. So hopefully you guys will have some encouraging words from coaches and everything in the locker room.
Exactly.
So thank you so much.
No problem.
Back to you guys.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home.
Welcome to game day fun.
Anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party.
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear.
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
Our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
time, no trap. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to Real World Experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might faint and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab and walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab and walk and see.
Thanks for calling the Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier, so I want to take my family on a vacay, which is short for vacation. Hope you don't mind the abbreviations. I'm just short of time today, so I need to sort of hurry things along. Just a few simple questions for you. They call Salt Lake Ski City, but you do ski in the mountains, right? I'm just picturing myself skiing down the sidewalk there next to the shops. Knowing my luck, I'll do one of my big flips and end up in the traffic. So I don't want that to be the case. Look, I've got to go. You're really keeping me here. Although I will say, I'm going to see your Utah Jazz play a basketball game. And I've heard there's a couple of Australians in the team. So here's my question. Are they causing you any trouble? I just had a thought. The average snowfall near Salt Lake is 500 inches. If I was to utilise all of that to build a giant snow person, would that be majestic or a bit scary? Oh, hey, listen, just quietly. I'm a big family guy. You know that, I've told you that. But after a few days with them, I'm going to need a drink. That's legal, right? I hear Utah has the youngest population of any state. So if I was to head down to one of your hot rockin' clubs or a social event, would there be a youth person in there that might be able to explain Snapchat to me? My kids just won't do it. Now, I've heard there's a bit of a Sharks versus Jets rivalry between the skiers and the snowboarders. And if I made that movie, would you watch it? Ooh, when was your last Yeti sighting? Are you getting all this, by the way? I'm assuming you can rewind. The Utah state bird is a California gull. I mean, even you've got to admit that is confusing. I guess that's more of a statement than a question, but still I thought I'd bring it up. Now, your Ski City Super Pass, I take it that's part of the Marvel Universe. If I get that, will people call me the Winter Soldier Man? I really wish you could see this. All right, well, this will be costing me, so I better go. Thanks for everything. Bye.
This is Beth from the Salt Lake Visitor Center calling you back to answer your questions. First off, yes, you can absolutely drink here. We'd prefer if you ski in the mountains, and I'm happy to call you Winter Soldier.
My name is Marguerite Van Komen, and I'm a snowbird ski patrolman. My dog's name is Frank. What a good boy, huh? What a good boy you are. I start every morning waking up and having breakfast with the dog, and then we finish every day having dinner together, but everything in the middle changes. We train them using their own instincts, so instead of hunt for dinner, they're hunting for humans. A lot of thought goes into choosing these dogs. Number one, they've got to be able to handle the cold. Number two, they got to be pretty hardy. And three, we're looking for very high drive dogs. The dog that is gonna chew your sofa up at home, we want that dog. The people, the mountain at Snowbird, it's just special. And everything you wanna do is here in Salt Lake. Get off the plane, grab your gear from the luggage cart, and within 30 to 45 minutes, you're up here and skiing on snow. You know, Salt Lake is super unique. We have 4 full seasons. So you can come up, ski all morning till the snow gets a little too smushy, and then you go and hit 18 at the golf course at the bottom of the mouth, and then you can go out for a wonderful dinner and see theater. It's amazing how much you can fit into your day. And not only do we have everything that you want to do, but we have great people to do it with. Everyone wants to be outdoors.
Broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patrick McGann alongside Mitchell Slop. We're here for the first intermission report. Utah leads Arizona State 2-0.
Yeah, what a great first period for the Utes. They came out firing on all cylinders, really defensively, offensively, stick handling, passing. I mean, there's not a lot negative I can say about the Utes from that first period. They were all over ASU from the first drop of the puck, and they just didn't let up. The only questionable part of the period, like you and I were talking about just before we went off the air, was the last 20 seconds.
Right, yeah.
Where they really pressed the Utes trying to get a goal. And that's a good response by them. A little poor timing. You know, they need to start out the second period like they ended the first period. As far as the Utes, though, don't change a thing. I mean, everything's working right now. All lines are buzzing. And, you know, I don't think there's a lot that the Utes need to do differently to add to this, because if they play like that again, you know, and shots are 9-7 right now for the Utes, so they're leading in that category as well. I thought it might be a little bit more than nine shots, but, you know, ASU's been in front of the shots as well, but they need to get on their transition game, the ASU Sun Devils. They have to do something better with the transition game in this next period.
Absolutely, yeah. They didn't come out looking too strong, but we said bus legs are always a thing. I mean, the Utes get them too when they're on the road. I mean, it's just a thing playing on the road in this league. It's, you know, kind of a bigger region, but yeah, looking very good at the end of that second period there. But for Utah, I think, yeah, just kind of keep it cruising, and yeah, looking really good. I think the power play looked really good. They got a goal, obviously, so capitalizing on that is always great. But yeah, honestly, firing on all cylinders now for Utah. Really exciting to watch, and Fuller had a good period as well.
Yeah, and one of the things, you know, the captain leading by example, taking that puck from in the corner like we diagrammed after he scored it. You know, just that work ethic that the Utes have right now is top notch. And I'm going to touch on the road legs real quick. It's one of those things every team, every Friday that they're traveling, are going to have to overcome road legs, and that's part of the preparation. So the reason why I bring that up is because if you rest on that, like, oh, you know, we had road legs, we're a little bit tired, that's going to kill your momentum through any part of the season, because it's something that every team has to go through, and it's not something that should be very surprising.
Right.
You need to be aware of that as a coach, as a player. Let's do what we can do to keep that from being a factor. We can't use it as an excuse all year. Well, you know, we would have been, 10 games higher in the standings had we not had road legs. Well, what about the other teams that had road legs too, and they're 10 points, 10 places higher in the standings.
Right.
So, we talk about it every game because it is something that is part of the game, but don't rely on that as an excuse.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a break here, a short break. We'll be back with Puck Drop for the second period in just a few moments. Utah's leading Arizona State 2-0, and we'll be back with Puck Drop in just a few moments. Welcome back to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is Patrick McGann alongside Mitchell Slott. We're getting ready here for the second period of play between Utah and Arizona State, as Utah leads ASU by a score of 2-0. ASU looked really good at the end of that second period, as we had talked, or first period, as we had talked about. They've got to bring that energy here in the second period to get back in this game.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, I'm looking for them, and I've said it before, the transition game has to improve. They need to calm down a little bit. They need to get on their toes. You'll hear me say that all the time with a team that's struggling. Get on your toes. Because if you're on your toes, it means you're moving forward and you're attacking. If you're on your heels, you're not attacking. You're defending. You're doing nothing but defending or trying to react to what the other team is bringing rather than making things happen. So if you hear me say, you know, I want them on their toes, that's exactly what I'm talking about there. And you'll hear coaches talk about that as well. Play from your toes, not your heels. So they need to come out like that. They need to win this draw and continue that pressure that they ended the first period with.
And we're off here in the second period. As ASU immediately, Butler skating that puck in. It's Delaney taking it away. Gross comes in and spears it deeper into the zone. Butler over to Cameron. Cameron leaving it for Benaldi, but it's broken up by the stick of Urtis. Larilla backhands it out, and that'll go the full length. Slater should beat out the icing, or it's, excuse me, waved off. Slater was the first man to that puck. That pinballs out, and it'll go to ASU.
And the reason why that was that icing was waved off was because the goaltender left his crease to play the puck. Had he stayed in the crease and not made a move, that would have been an icing.
ASU with the puck. They fire a shot looking for the one-timer for the stick of Butler, but he can't quite get enough on it. It just goes wide. He peels back at the line, dumps it in, and Fuller will glove this one up and force a whistle. ASU with some pressure to start this second period.
And that's the kind of start that ASU needs. You know, they need to continue that. Look at where the faceoff is going to be taking place. You know, the goaltender, Nate Glenn, came out of his net, negated the icing so he could keep the puck moving and get the Sun Devils back on the attack. Utah needs to respond. They need to step up their game to thwart ASU's attack, because they are on an attack.
And it's ASU once again. Alan Evtimov over to Kylie Ram. Point pass to Olsen. Down to Evtimov. Noonan with an active stick knocks that one loose. Correa coming in. Nice active stick from Sendin. Langenbrunner trying to bat it out. Kept in at the line. There's a shot just deflected wide. Shot coming from the stick of Ty Marchand. Olsen at the line. Keeps it in. Dumps it in. ASU will get a change. So Utah will be able, or they will not change. They'll just transfer back. There's a tip, so no icing. Glenn out to play the puck. Marchand over to Olsen. Olsen to Evtimov. Plays it to no man's land. Jones will get that puck and send it towards center ice. Hit there in the middle of the ice. Correa and Evtimov. Light near side corner. Looking for the call. I'm afraid that is not a penalty, as that puck is sent all the way down. Schwab. Over to Jones. Brady Jones behind his own net with some pressure from Kylie Ram. Runs into his own player there, being Schwab. And a backhand pass over to Light. Light, nice little kick pass over to Kraft. Kraft skates it behind the net. One-timer, there's a shot, good save, Glenn. The puck's still loose, and it kicks out to the far side. It's taken away by Kennessy. Kennessy makes a move, skates it out. Still carries it into the Utah zone.
Kennessy's a big, tall skater. He's carried the puck several times tonight, and he uses his reach in order to protect that puck. I like the patience that I'm seeing out of the Utah Utes right now. Kind of a couple miscues as far as communication is concerned, but overall they've staved off the initial attack of ASU, and as you can see right now with the puck in the offensive zone, the Utes making things happen.
Now it'll be peeling back, it'll be Quast. There's a pass over to the stick of Chase. Here comes Jules Donovan. He plays it off the wall. He'll chase it in as Utah gets a change. There's a pass over to Sendin. Sendin over to Senegal. Back to Donovan. Donovan to the puck. First man in for Utah. Point pass. Noonan fires a shot. It deflects wide. Another shot. Good save. And oh my goodness, Glenn couldn't quite find it. Eventually he covers it up. That almost went 5-hole on him.
Yeah, that was a really sharp angle shot taken from that far side. And, you know, Glenn had to react to it. It was loose in front of his pad for about a half a second. Just enough for Donovan, I believe, to try to react to it and try to get it in. Good job by Glenn to hold it off. But the Utes, like I said, staved off the initial attack from ASU. They've been able to put some shots on, or at least towards the net. That one blocked after the face-off win. But I like this is turning into a really good game as long as both teams can keep up this energy and this pressure.
Sending at the blue line, fires it in, sticked away by Glenn. Pass out of the zone from ASU. Noonan will scoop that puck up, dump it in. Looks like Ernest got a piece.
You know who I haven't heard you talk about yet tonight is Larilla. I'm used to hearing about him, you know, hit after hit after hit and making plays. I haven't seen much of him tonight.
And here comes Utah on the counterattack. Sendin over to Slater. Slater back over to Sendin. As the puck ends up in the near side corner. Gibney dumps it in further. The deflection goes to Gibney's favor as he got that puck, had a shot, and it was taken away by Benaldi. Benaldi across the blue line, skates it in. Plays it off the wall. Cameron to Eptimov, excuse me, and now it'll be ASU playing the puck back to reset. Eptimov skates it in. He has that puck on the near side half wall. It's taken away by Delaney. He peels back. Delaney lost the puck in front of the net, but it's quickly sent out by Correa. Light fighting through a couple of players, Eptimov being one of them, and the whistle blows. We will get a hand pass.
Yeah, I don't think he was trying to make a hand pass there. I think he caught it, dropped it, and his teammate might not have seen him actually play with his hand and do that. But, you know, this is becoming a back and forth battle now with ASU getting a couple chances here recently. And, you know, obviously Utah getting some chances as well. We're only, you know, just over 5 minutes into this second period, and I'm liking the way this is setting up competitively.
Hey, ASU definitely getting back in this game. There's a shot just wide. ASU looking much better than to start this contest. Utah takes that puck away. It's Langenbrunner over to Bisson at the line, but a nice active stick from ASU breaks the play off. Boss almost had an odd man rush. Now Correa has an odd man rush. He skates to the man on his back, and that's great defense by number 4, Cade Olson from ASU. There's a shot from the point, and it's covered up. Cade Olson breaking up that play for ASU and preventing a potential Utah goal from the stick of Correa.
Yeah, and going back to the Utes play, that was number 4 for the Utes.
Cole Music
that made the play with the puck loose in the neutral zone at the blue line to get it to Correa. So good back and forth, you know, defensive plays by both teams. And then Nate Glenn making the stop. Granted, he could see the puck all the way in because it was taken from the point. Nobody in front of him to get that stop.
Puck along the near side half wall in the ASU zone. It's taken away by King. Jake King to the stick of Friesen. King behind the net, pinned up against the wall by Schwab. Noonan comes in to help. And a nice backhand from the stick of Kruchek to get that puck out, put some pressure on him. Spinorama from Palmer. He dumps it in. Friesen Trying to chase after. It's broken up by Fuller as he comes out to play the puck. Kruchek, saucer pass over to Kraft, and he'll just dump it in. Schwab will skate after it as Utah gets a change. He's pinned up against the wall by a Palmer. King comes in to help for ASU. It's played off the wall by Phillips for ASU.
Nice hit there to separate his man from the puck on the far boards. I believe that was Schwab that came in and did that.
Palmer dumps it in. Cameron to chase after. Delaney over to Larilla. Sunnigo calling for the puck. He gets it at the line. Pass over to Donovan. He skates it in the zone. Backhanded towards the net. And now the puck will slide out of the zone. Larilla with Butler on his back. Over to Delaney. That puck does get out after an errant pass. Went all the way down to the ASU zone. They retrieve and start things off. It's Gross skating it in at the blue line. Sending it towards the middle, and Utah will swiftly take that one away. Here comes Slater. Slater with the move, skating it in. He's brought down. And a nice defensive play there by Kate Olsen. Looks very clean to me. There's a big hit on the boards there from Slater. Knocking down Matthew Gross. Peeling back with the puck now is Newland. Trying to find Evtimov, but it's taken away by Utah. It's broken up. And here they come on the counterattack. Music over to Erdis. Pass over to Gibbon. He fires a shot. Oh, looking for the one-timer for Music. Was just off the mark. Nice little give and go sequence there for Utah.
Got some good flow to this game now. It's been a minute since we've had a whistle back and forth. Both teams battling. Neither team really able to get a really solid goal opportunity because of the good defensive play on both sides of the puck. But we're flowing here. This is a fun game.
Yeah, not sloppy at all. Pretty refined at this point. You're just back and forth, like you were saying. I like the way you say we're flowing.
Yeah, Arizona State looking for a penalty on that play in the corner. They're not going to get it.
Erdis fires a shot, and the play has been clean, remarkably clean. It's really great hockey to watch. I mean, the big plays have been clean.
Yeah, I like what ASU has come out with in the second period. They've obviously stepped up their speed a little bit. They're not trying to hit everything that moves. They're trying to cover spaces, which is exactly what Coach Austin Klein was looking for. Difficult.
There's a nice position to score. Correa.
What an unfortunate bounce for ASU, but great job by Correa to jump on that loose puck. It came off the inboards. It was just pushed behind, and Nate Glenn went to play it. It bounced off the bottom of his blocker, and John Correa right there to jump on it and get that goal for the Utah Utes.
That's a 3-goal lead, and it looks like they are switching out goaltenders, that being ASU. Looks like Anthony Benaldi will man the pipes here for ASU. Every bit of 5'9", definitely a size difference there between the goaltenders, but in he goes. And he's played 2 games this season, 1-1 record, 3.52 goals against, and a .909 save percentage. Not too bad for Mr. Benaldi.
No, not at all. I mean, even for a shorter goaltender, I'm interested to see how he plays as far as whether or not he's going to be, condensed and efficient, or if he is more of the scrambling type of goaltender that both work well at times. But unfortunate bounce for ASU to go down 3-0. Time of that goal, 9:57, scored by number 6, John Correa of the Utes. As we were talking about the back and forth action.
Here comes Chase. He skates it in. He's pushed off the puck there by Delaney. Good play by him to force him to the outside and break up the rush there. Puck slides out. It's Palmer. Dumps it in. Fuller sticks it away. Palmer once again with the puck. And Delaney will end up with it as he tried to send it behind the boards, and Delaney just batted it out. Ducharme over to King. King fending off Schwab and skating it in, leaving it for Evtimov. He skates it in. Dominic Evtimov trying to go to the middle. It's deflected away. Looks like Fuller had it the whole way. It was bouncing around. Ducharme skates this one down, and the speed of Schneider will force Benaldi to cover that puck up and force a face-off in his own zone.
Yeah, and going back to that save that Fuller just made, you nailed it by saying he had it the entire way, because you could see he made the initial save, and then as the puck went to his right, you could see him take those 2 or 3 steps to follow that puck to stay square to any potential shot. And then, of course, you know, the defense coming in to clean up the puck and get the puck down, and we end up with an offensive zone draw.
Blackhawks goal song. We're both Blackhawks fans, so Chelsea Dagger like to hear that in the building. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, sure.
There's a shot. Good blocker save by Fuller, and he had that one the whole way too. But a good chance there from Gross. Some time and space to fire off a good shot. That was a great save by Fuller, because he could have picked his corner there.
Yeah, and down by 3, ASU has to get shots. They absolutely have to get shots on net and force Fuller to work a little more than he has so far.
And we'll get a whistle and a warning in the face-off circle going to ASU. Utah out shooting ASU 14-8, 5-1 in the second period. That puck is played out. Erdis almost had some space. My eyes kind of misjudged that. It almost looked like it fell right to his stick plate. It was obviously further away, but nice play by Erdis to play where the puck isn't, right? I mean, he's not playing, you know, that's kind of what makes a good hockey player, right? Play where the puck isn't, play ahead of the puck, and
go where the puck is going to be, not where it is.
That's right.
Yeah, I watched a really good, you know, I've seen it probably 50 times, but there was a Wayne Gretzky montage.
There's a shot by Gibney off the draw and a good save by Benaldi. I was going to say, that's a Wayne Gretzkyism right there, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's his dad, Wally, who I had the pleasure of meeting here at Salt Lake County Sports Complex during the Deaf Olympics in 2008. Right across the ice, right over there, as a matter of fact.
Pretty cool. So there's some physical play there. Butler and it looks to be Slater behind the play. Now Utah skates in. One-timer intended for the stick of Erdis, but it just hit his stick and batted away. Good work by Utah to find the open man, but now ASU countering, and there's a big hit, and that will go for a penalty. Cole Music, the offender. Him and Butler collided. Not sure what the actual call will be here, but it will be a power play for ASU. The officials discussing, no sign of a penalty yet.
Yeah, Travis Larson wants to confer with his fellow officials to see, you know, if it looked like it was intentional or if there was elbowing is the call.
That's a 2-minute minor against Cole Music for elbowing. It'll be ASU's first power play of the game. And they were hot on the power play in their last 3 games. 2 for 2, 2 for 4, and 2 for 4 respectively in their last 3 games. So they are batting at least 50% or better in the games they've been playing. So for Utah, they've got to watch out here and lock it down.
Yeah, 1 penalty apiece. Clean game overall. We got to see the Utes power play. This time we get to see ASU.
There's a shot from the point. It was deflected. They had the man in front trying to tip it. Good save by Fuller. It's kept in at the line. Cameron with the puck. An active stick from Delaney to knock it free, but they maintain possession. Al Meftimov, point pass. This is a nice move at the point by Benaldi. Sends it down low. Newland, point pass, Benaldi. Back over to Newland. One-timer intended for the stick. What looked to be Cameron, but it was off the mark, so Benaldi will stick handle. ASU will change some players out. They skated in. Newland making a move. White getting his stick in there. Kept in at the line by Benaldi, and ASU still skates with it. Eptimov fires a wrister. Good save by Fuller. And White coming over to help Fuller to make sure that puck stays still, and they get the whistle.
Yes, they do. And one of the things, if you guys are watching at home, you're hearing Pat talk about Benaldi shooting the puck and Benaldi in net. ASU has 3 sets of brothers. The Avtamov, the Benaldi, and I believe it is Manning. I think there's a couple Mannings on here as well. I'll clear that up for sure. But 3 sets of brothers on ASU this year.
Marchant. His pass is deflected by Urtis. Butler sends it back over to Marchant. There's a wrister from the stick of Gross. It's wide. It's recovered by Marchant at the near side half wall. Olsen. Marchant. Avtamov. Marchant fires a wrister, blockered away by Fuller. 35 to go on the power play for the Sun Devils, and Utah clearing it out. Specifically, that was Schwab. 25 to go on this power play. 1 rush remaining. Alan Avtamov across the line, skates it in, broken up by Slater. ASU able to get that puck in deep. It's Butler at the goal line going for the play in front. They shoot, they score! Butler able to convert in front and go 5-hole. That's a power play goal for ASU. And they continue to stay hot on the power play. The goal there goes to number 7, Caden Butler.
That power play scored at 15:44 of the second period. And that will get them on the board. And that's, that's what I was referring to earlier. Just stick to it. Don't back down. Obviously, that was a power play goal, not an even strength goal, which there is a difference. ASU came out ready to play in the second period. I'm sure Austin Klein in between periods wasn't just, resting on his laurels with the boys in between period. And you can tell they came out ready to play, and we've had some really good flow here in the second period. Both teams able to get a few shots. The Utes out shooting right now, but with a power play goal, maybe that'll spark something in ASU to try to dig into this a little more, into this 3-goal, now 2-goal lead that the Utes have.
That's a big goal for them as well. Brings them to within 2 as Utah plays that against the boards, and they'll skate it in. Donovan able to get the puck there for Utah, sends it back. It's a nice pass to the stick of Schneider. Schneider across the zone, over to Jones. There's that weird bounce off the Zamdor that Mitchell had mentioned. It went right into the crease. ASU able to fend it off. What a huge hit from Schneider there. My goodness. You can see King's body just fly into the boards there. Nice hip check. And now it'll be ASU skating it in. Palmer, nice move. Spins around. They shoot. Oh my goodness, at the goal line. It didn't go in. The referee said no goal. It was just bouncing along that goal line. Urtis hustling, beats out the icing. He's got 2 men there. Utah, here they go, they shoot. What a save by Benaldi, and what a great heads-up play by Michael Urtis to get in there, beat out the icing, and set up a one-timer wide open for his guys.
Yeah, what a sequence of events there. Here in replay, you can see the puck will bounce, or that's the goal.
ASU goal.
That was earlier. But in that sequence that we just watched, the goal, or the puck bounced right along the goal line. The Utes able to get it out. Michael Urtis beat out the icing, and then the Utes had a 2-on-0 and a beautiful scoring opportunity. Benaldi with the save, square with the shooter, doing what he needed to do.
And it just all started by the hustle from the captain, and that's why he's your captain, folks. The leadership, of course, but the ability to never give up on the play and find that energy, those bursts of energy, to the heads up to know that you've got 2 guys coming in the zone and a wide open chance. Great play, all spearheaded by the captain, number 14 in white, Michael Urtis, as the puck's bounced it up into the air. It's in the Utah zone. Now there's a big hit. Now here comes Utah the other way.
Yeah, that big hit being put on by Correa, who goes about 5'9" himself, but he is a strong young man, and he used his attributes to his advantage.
And you can see these players are starting to throw some more hits. It's starting to get physical.
Yeah, the intensity is ramping up. Ever since ASU scored, the intensity in the game has ramped up, and a little bit more physicality to the game.
Avtamov trying to fire a shot. Nice play by the sliding Gibney. He peels back. He's got Butler on his back there. Gets it over to Delaney. Or excuse me, that was light. Kept in at the line by Olsen. Oh, maybe not. It is blown offside.
Yeah, and Stanford Zito, the linesman, standing right there for that call. From our angle, I couldn't tell if it was either in or out, so I can't say either way, but Stanford Zito definitely in the right position to make that call of offside.
That's a good hockey name. The general manager for the Florida Panthers, last name also Zito.
Yeah, at one time I coached Stanford Zito when he was a peewee. Peewee or a squirt, I can't remember.
Now a big league official here in Utah. As Cameron skates that one in, he sends it across the zone, intended for the stick of Olsen, the captain of this squad. Langenbutter hustling to get that puck. He skates it in. Correa calling for it. He has it, takes a tender touch, and it bounces away. With just over 3 minutes remaining here in the second period, ASU getting one back after Utah had that 3-0 lead. And they are very much still in this contest.
Oh, absolutely they are. There's only 2 goals separating the two, and we have almost 23 minutes left to play.
And Light will peel back, loses an edge, and ASU will capitalize and get that puck out of their own zone. Kraft fires that puck into the zone. Stepping off the bench there is Kruchek. Dumps it in deep for Utah. Switches sides with it. Kruchek, a lot of speed. You can tell he is amped up to play tonight just with the way he's skating very confidently and swiftly. Puck goes back and forth. It's kept in at the line. What a move there by Schwab. Schwab with it. He shoots. Good save by Benaldi. All spearheaded by a nice little move by Schwab in Utah. Getting their fair share of chances here late in the second period.
Yeah, and that all, that all started actually not from Schwab, but from Kruchek, who kept that puck in at the blue line.
Right, stepping off the bench.
Yeah, that's where it started. He stepped off the bench for Light, kept the puck in play, came over to the near boards, and then right there at the blue line before that scoring opportunity, he kept it in with his leg and then was able to get the puck a little bit deeper to Schwab, who then moved the puck on. We've got ourselves a game, Pat.
We really do. ASU clawing back in this, and they're gonna give the Utes hell here to try and get one more before the whistle. There was a shot from the point from the stick of Sendin. It was saved by Benaldi, the goaltender for ASU. And they're able to get that puck out. But Utah with possession once more. Sendin at the logo, dumps it in. ASU retrieves, and they'll get it out. Benaldi dumping that one in. Nick Benaldi, that is. There's Nick there. He's being pinned up along the boards by Noonan, and that'll probably go for an interference penalty, maybe a little bit too much there. And indeed it will. That's going to be 28 for Utah.
Look at you calling penalties. I love it, Pat.
Just used the body a little bit too much there. Kind of a pretty clear interference call. I don't think Noonan agrees, but from up here, that one's pretty clear. And that's going to be a story here. You can't go to the box against this ASU team. As I mentioned, their last 3 games, 2 for 2, 2 for 4, and 2 for 4 on the power play. Those are pretty good numbers. And ASU ready tonight, 1 for 1. And here we go, ASU with 90 seconds remaining in the second. A chance as good as any to get another goal back on the road.
Yeah, and that penalty was an interference to Ethan Noonan at 18:30 of the second period. And the ASU, if they are unable to find one here in the second period, will start the third period on the power play.
And so they'll cycle it. They're going to try their darnest to get one back here in the second. Marchand at the point, looking to wind up, waits as they stick handle it right in. There's a save by Fuller as Evtimov, that being Dominic Evtimov, just walked right in. Didn't maybe not the most quality of shots, but still skated it right in.
Hey, how many times have we heard any shot is a good shot?
That's true.
Right? Like, it doesn't have to be pretty to go in, it just has to go in. So, you know, if I'm the coaching staff for ASU, I'm absolutely happy with that. And I'm happy with this period, to be honest with you.
So 57 to go in the second period, 1:27 to go on this ASU power play. So there's Marchand with some space in the high slot, makes a move, doesn't shoot. So there's a pass intended for Dominic Evtimov, and he loses control at the line, and they'll skate it in. It's played to behind the net there for Olsen. Marchand fires a shot, doesn't get to the net, and Utah bats that one out, and ASU has about one rush remaining with 25 on the clock.
Yeah, Delaney took that shot in his arm. He's feeling it right now. He was able to block that shot, have the composure, even in pain, to get that puck down and send it all the way the length of the ice.
And here they come. It's Butler. Good defense there from Bisson. 7 on the clock. ASU looking to score again at the end of the period. Evtimov, they're telling him to shoot it. Point pass, it's off the mark, and that will end it for the second period. Utah will very much take that errant pass and be happy they did not see another shot from ASU. They were pressing there on the power play, but after 2 periods of play, Utah leads this one 3-1. ASU getting one back, but Utah also getting another. It's a good period of play from both sides, Mitchell.
Yeah, it really was. I like the way that ASU started out the second period. They got that chance right off the opening draw of the period, and there was a little bit of a lull about the 5-minute to 10-minute mark by ASU, and then they ramped it back up to end the period. Obviously, getting a couple penalties was the Utes. Music had one and Noonan had one. So only 3 penalties in this period, or in this game so far. And both teams, are really starting to feel this game, to feel the rivalry that these two teams have, and they're showing it on the ice. And I think we have our Taylor Callahan downstairs. I think she has a player down there. So just want to make sure I see it before we send it down to her.
So it looks like we're going to have pull Ethan Noonan aside here for an interview. We'll send it down to Taylor at ice level for the interview.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home.
Welcome to game day fun.
Anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear.
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
Welcome to world-class research.
Welcome to the arts.
Welcome to real-world experiences.
We can go to the bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might faint and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab and walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab and walk and see.
Thanks for calling the Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier, so I want to take my family on a vacay, which is short for vacation. Hope you don't mind the abbreviations. I'm just short of time today, so I need to sort of hurry things along. Just a few simple questions for you. They call Salt Lake Ski City, but you do ski in the mountains, right? I'm just picturing myself skiing down the sidewalk there next to the shops. Knowing my luck, I'll do one of my big flips and end up in the traffic. So I don't want that to be the case. Look, I've got to go. You're really keeping me here. Although I will say, I'm going to see your Utah Jazz play a basketball game. And I've heard there's a couple of Australians in the team. So here's my question. Are they causing you any trouble? I just had a thought. The average snowfall near Salt Lake is 500 inches. If I was to utilise all of that to build a giant snow person, would that be majestic or a bit scary? Oh, hey, listen, just quietly. I'm a big family guy. You know that. I've told you that. But after a few days with them, I'm going to need a drink. That's legal, right? I hear Utah has the youngest population of any state. So if I was to head down to one of your hot rockin' clubs or a social event, would there be a youth person in there that might be able to explain Snapchat to me? My kids just won't do it. Now, I've heard there's a bit of a Sharks versus Jets rivalry between the skiers and the snowboarders. And if I made that movie, would you watch it? Oh, when was your last Yeti sighting? Are you getting all this, by the way? I'm assuming you can rewind. The Utah state bird is a California gull. I mean, even you've got to admit that is confusing. I guess that's more of a statement than a question, but still I thought I'd bring it up. The Winter Soldier Man? I really wish you could see this. All right, well, this will be costing me, so I better go. Thanks for everything. Bye.
Hi, this is Beth from the Salt Lake Visitor Center calling you back to answer your questions. First off, yes, you can absolutely drink here. We'd prefer if you ski in the mountains, and I'm happy to call you Winter Soldier.
Welcome back to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is Patrick McGann alongside my wonderful partner, Mitchell Slott. We're happy to be here for the second intermission show.
Wonderful partner.
Yeah.
You're a wonderful partner.
I said it first, though, but no.
I was born first. Like, I could be your dad.
Well, I guess we can talk about the game a little bit if we want to, but yeah. I mean, what a great second period for both teams, right? I mean, Utah looks pretty good. ASU is back in this game, and as you mentioned, they are by no means out of this game. You're chasing 2 goals. I mean, they're in this game, and Utah's got to kind of step it up and kind of keep playing their game.
They do, because the shots right now are 17-13 in favor of the Utes, so the shot count is not far off. The possession of the puck, however, is. That's where we're seeing the most imbalance right now in this game. Not to slight ASU in any stretch of the imagination, because they have willed themselves back into this game. They were able to get the 1 power play goal. They are still on the power play. They've got 30 seconds left on the power play to start the second period. But that's going to be hard for them to capitalize on with the fresh ice. I know a lot of people think that it's a good thing, but it's actually easier for the penalty killing team to clear the ice because there's not as much snow. But what I did like to see, or what I did like seeing rather, out of ASU was they got on their toes like we talked about early on. You're late in the first period, early second period, I can't remember which, but we did talk about the necessity for ASU to get on their toes to start attacking, and they did that from the outset in that second period, Pat. They came out ready to play. They were excited. There was no nervousness to their game anymore. Something happened. Something was said in the dressing room between periods 1 and 2, and they came out and they played. As far as Utah, they stuck with what they started with, which is good enough. I would like to see another goal or 2 to spread that out. A 1 or 2 goal lead is always a dangerous thing in hockey. We talk about it, and you've heard it if you watch a lot of hockey, that a 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead to have in hockey. And it's one of those things where when you're up by 2, we've got a momentum, we've got a gap. As soon as they score that 1 goal to close the gap a little bit, it causes everything to tighten up. And then you could see a reversal of fortunes almost, in the sense that Utah could become a little bit tight. ASU, even though we're ranked number 7, they're ranked number 20.
Margins are very slim in the ACHA, right? I mean, between the gap between 7 and 20 there's a lot of teams sandwiched in right there.
Absolutely.
And in our conference, as we mentioned, it's a strong conference, and ASU is at the bottom of the conference. But it's like we said, it's a strong conference, so they're right there. And like you said, even though they're 20, it doesn't mean that they're the worst team by any means. They're still right around making nationals at that mark. Maybe one of the first teams out at that point, but they're right there.
No, they are right there, and they're a good team. They're well coached. Like we said, they're young, just like we are. So what we're seeing out of them, or what we have seen out of them, is maybe a little bit of that immaturity.
Sure, yeah.
Against a team that comes out really, really hard, and then the settling into the game. And I think that's where we are right now. So right now, the boys are about a minute and a half from coming onto the ice. And what I want to see out of Utah is I want to see them attack. Doesn't matter if we're up by 5, 6, if we can get there. But they have to attack, and they can't let off, because the moment that they let off, ASU is going to come attack the goaltender, Fuller.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and like you mentioned a little bit further back, but ASU, no matter where they've been the last 5 years just watching these games, very well coached team, and obviously Utah now that they are on that level as well. But like you said, Utah has to attack, because if they won't, ASU is a well coached team. If they're young, if they're experienced, they always come and play a full 60 minutes. They come up here, they do that. They have to do that at home ice, obviously. Same with Utah. These guys have been playing full 60 minutes every game that we've seen this season. So they've looked very good. So as they're skating back onto the ice, I guess we'll close off the intermission report and get ready here to drop the puck in just a few moments here as we get the camera switched over to the ice. And we'll get the puck ready and get the puck dropped here in just a few moments with that fresh sheet of ice, as we mentioned. But, I mean, what a treat so far tonight. And you really are seeing some of the best in the ACHA. We're not just saying that because of, we're biased. I mean, maybe we are a little bit, but, I mean, so many good things to talk to on the Utah side. ASU, I mean, your record's 2-4-0. You're 2-2 in conference play, and you're still in the top 20 in the country. Like, that speaks to the teams you're playing. and the efforts that you're putting forth. I mean, a win against UNLV, that's huge for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, that's something we want to do, too, is split on home ice with UNLV. That's not easy to do, as actually, that's a great time to bring it up. Utah's next game, they get a bye weekend next weekend. So next game is actually tomorrow night against ASU. The next series is in 2 weeks in the Silver State, the city that doesn't sleep. It's Las Vegas, and Utah playing UNLV. That's going to be an excellent series, and I'll be watching that one on the broadcast, because that is those. I mean, right now, those are looking like the contenders in this conference. The margins are so slim in this conference that if you have a bad start, it's extremely hard to come back into it. I wouldn't say ASU is necessarily out of it, but man, they can't lose anymore if they want it. It's very, very difficult to win the conference with a tough start.
It is tough to win the conference with a tough start, but one of the things that makes that so interesting is the parity in the within the conference. Are we the strongest conference right now? No, we're not. By the end of the season, I imagine we will be. But it's these next few games for both of these teams are vitally important as we drop the puck and get things moving here.
Here we go, third period of play here in the Rocky Mountains in Salt Lake City. Sun Devils and Utes. ASU 20 seconds remaining on their power play. They'll skate it in across the line. Offsides waved off.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, surprisingly. Evtimov at the point. Marchant leaves for Evtimov. He winds up looking for a one-time pass. Looked like he was about to wind up and sent the pass over to the stick of Butler, but it was off the mark. Noonan's out of the box, and Utah does kill that penalty. It will be to the Utes' advantage to stay out of the box. As we know, ASU is dangerous on the power play. Gross with some space across the line. Fires a wrister and a good pad save by Fuller. It's Butler skating with it, taking a long shift to start this first period. Backhand pass at the point. There's a shot gloved up by Fuller, and a nice strong wrist shot from the stick of Wyatt Palmer.
Yeah, and Fuller playing well tonight. Garrett Fuller, obviously a very solid goaltender, one of the best in the nation at this point right now, making an easy stop there. And Benaldi, actually, for ASU, has done a good job for them in relief of Glenn as well. And, both teams playing well, and obviously after the penalty kill, the Utes having to adjust to get back to that 5-on-5, and it looks like they're going to start that now as they get the puck out of their own end.
And Kylie Ram will skate with it. There was a slap shot there, a good save by Fuller moments ago. As Newland playing the puck to seemingly no one, as it'll be taken away by Sendin. Kruchek skates it in, who's had a pretty good game for it being his first game back in a couple of months.
Yeah, Kruchek's been looking good, very aggressive and speedy.
Physical as well, yeah, just grinding tonight. Newland, backhand pass out of the zone. Sendin has it again, he'll dump it in. Utah will change, so will ASU. There's a long stretch pass over to Alan Evtimov, who gets his stick on it and dumps it in to get off the ice. The puck's played back to Quast. Puck's bouncing around in the neutral zone. No one can quite settle it down until it's taken away by the stick of Kennedy.
I'm glad you noticed that. I felt like I was watching basketball for a second with the puck bouncing.
And now it'll be Langenbrunner on the near side half wall. Sends the puck down low behind the net. And ASU skies that puck up. And it'll be Larilla for Utah. Langenbrunner leaving it for Light, passing it back over to Langenbrunner. Light sends it all the way around to the far side. Point goes to the point for Delaney. There's a shot from Light, a good save by Benaldi. Puck still bouncing around in front. And now it'll be Ethan Light on that far side. King. It's played out. And then knocked into the zone by Langenbrunner. Utah will get a full change here. as ASU breaks it out. Marchant over to the stick of Kennedy. He skates it in. Excuse me, that being Cooch.
Yeah, both teams playing well this period so far. We're just about 3.5 minutes in, and obviously the first 30 seconds was a penalty kill by the Utes, and they did a good job to kill that off. And now they're pressing as well, and ASU trying to put on some pressure as the Utes get it in deep.
Marchant for ASU.
That didn't make a whole lot of sense, did it? The ASU's putting on pressure as the Utes get it in deep. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Because I sure do. That was one of those thoughts that came out as I was watching play. And when it's like saying blue but writing in red.
That's right. As Noonan plays that puck to the stick of Donovan. He skates it in. Utah changing, so Donovan just getting this puck in deep to buy some time. It just barely slides out, forcing a reset. Bisson will send it to the stick of Sonegal, and they'll tip it in, but eventually it's covered up by Vinaldi, and we'll get a whistle. Almost 5 minutes expired here in the third period.
Yeah, and I want to highlight Donovan right now because he has really been skating well tonight. He's been all over the puck. He's been laying hits, getting shots. He's stood out for me tonight so far in 2 and 1/3 period or 1/4 period. But I really like the way Donovan is skating tonight.
Schwab dumps that puck into the zone. Benaldi over to the stick of Cameron. Cameron over to Butler. Butler gets hit along the boards. Fetching that one is Evtimov, and it's taken away by Utah.
3-on-2 opportunity for Utah.
And here they go. Kraft fires a wrister, and it's gloved right up by the goaltender, Anthony Benaldi.
That's the third odd man opportunity tonight for the Utes. Unable to capitalize so far, but really like their transition game tonight. And getting breakaways, getting odd man rushes is an indicator of their transition game. I think it's understated in a lot of circumstances, but their transition game tonight has been spot on.
Yeah, looking like a well-oiled machine there as we'll get
a mistaken icing. The puck will be dropped at center ice. It would have been an icing kind of like in the second period as Garrett Fuller came out of his net to play it, and it was blown dead. This will come back to center ice. It doesn't come all the way down. That rule went away many years ago, but on a messed up icing, it goes to center ice.
I learned so much. It's good to have a former official in the booth. If you haven't watched our broadcast before, Mitchell is a former ACHA official, which has come in handy on a lot of occasions. Your knowledge.
I do what I can up here.
And now it'll be Utah over to Langenbrunner. Nice give and go here for Correa. Correa fires a wrister just high. There's a hit at the line, and ASU able to play this puck out. Newland trying to make a move, and a nice
Great
physical
hit.
Play by Larilla.
There's Larilla putting on a hit.
I was just about to say that. White with some space at the line, gonna make a move. Still skating in, what a move, he shoots. Good save by Benaldi. Surprised he took it in all the way there and tried to dance around the goaltender. I thought he was gonna fire that shot when he had the space.
As this is my first season with the Utes, I'm getting to know these players, and one of the things I've learned about Ethan Light is he will stick handle where possible to create an opportunity. Utes have the puck in front, shot.
They shoot, oh, it
just goes wide.
Just wide. And there's a big hit, and there will be a penalty.
Holding is the call. And time of that penalty will be 6:50 of the third period. It's going to go to number 27, Gibney.
And ASU back to the power play. Not what you want to do if you're the Utes.
No, they with their power play percentages, you can't give them too many opportunities. They're one for two for the night. This is their third opportunity. Let's see if the Utes can kill this off, and they're going to need to keep this 2-goal lead.
And biggest chance for ASU to get this game back on level terms. And it'll be Evtimov at the point, over to Gross. Gross, point pass, Marchant fires a wrister, good save. Not sure if it got to Fuller, might have been a block by a Utah defender. Regardless, good save. And now Utah plays that puck out. They may have some space to get a shot off here. Here they come. They fire a wrister, good save by Benali. And a great shot from the stick of what looked to be Brady Schwab there. As it's now Marchant. Over the stick of Butler. Butler peeling back. 45 seconds expired on the man advantage for the Sun Devils. Butler with some space, doesn't get all of that shot, but it looks like Kruchek was going to be there anyways to block it.
Yeah, he did block that. He went down almost head first to block that shot, and he's feeling that puck right now as well as he went straight to the bench.
Benaldi, nice keep at the line, makes a nice move, still skating with it, heading down to the goal line, firing from a weird angle at that goal line, and it will find its way out of the zone, forcing a reset.
Yeah, and that's the danger of taking a shot from that angle, is it's going to rattle all the way around the boards and out 9 times out of 10.
One-timer blocked, and a good save by Fuller. Utah just sacrificing the body to block these shots. You absolutely love to see it. You can hear the benches, fired up after one of their guys blocks a shot. You can hear them kicking the boards.
Yeah, that's that complete buy-in that we talk about. I'll mention that as many times as I can, because to see a team fully buying in, it's one of those things that is a nemesis for many coaches, is that full team buy-in. If getting to that is what I'm referring to, and Morgan Feeney is on the right end of that one, because his team has absolutely bought in, and they want to make something happen this season.
I think there's something special brewing. I mean, obviously it's early, but the hottest start in program history. It's hard to not feel good. Yeah, hard to not feel good about it. As there's a nice play. Here comes Light. He skates it in, makes a couple moves. He scores! What a shot from Ethan Light!
Short-handed goal. What a beautiful play from his teammate who was on his back to make the play. I'm not sure if that was Music or if that was Erdis that made that play. I don't know if we can get a replay of that, Ellis, or not, but man, what a play in center ice to give Light the puck, and he was on a tear. Snapped that puppy in, shorthanded goal. Time of that goal, 8:34 of the third period.
And that's his second point of the night, so that point per game total is just going up and up. He's got an assist from the goal from the John Correa goal in the second period, and a goal. So a goal and assist for Mr. Light. And that is the ACHA's best, ladies and gentlemen, as a weird bounce off the wall ended up right in front of the net for ASU there. But Utah, that's a huge goal, makes it a 3-goal lead late here, and I guess it's getting later here in the third, almost halfway through. But ASU, you got to start getting to work here if you're interested in getting back in this game. And we'll get to see that Ethan Light goal at the next whistle, and Mitchell can break it down. Yeah, shout out to Ellis Beacom. He usually he's on the broadcast crew for the W1 and M2 squads, but running replay tonight for the first time, doing an excellent job. Thank you to him for providing that instant replay for us up here in the booth and the fans watching at home as well. It's going to be the Sun Devils skating this puck out, and across the blue line they come.
Good defensive stick there
And now it's Utah countering, and Marchant sends it to King in the neutral zone.
Schneider with a good play defensively.
King fires, he scores! What a move by King! And ASU gets one right back. What a wrister and a move from Jake King. ASU cuts the deficit to 2 goals.
Yeah, we're right back to 2 goals. Time of that goal, 9:58.
Oh my goodness.
We have a fight over at the bench.
There is a fight.
And I can't see who the players are involved. Jared Bussell is over there to break those 2 guys up along with Stanford Zito.
I missed that completely. A Utah player must have.
Yeah, that's Langenbrunner and number 14, Ryan Quast for ASU. Question is, are they going to call this a double minor rough, or are they going to call it a fight? Travis Larson, Seth McDermott, both will have a little conversation.
And it looks like Cade Olson, the captain for ASU, isn't happy about the situation. He's pretty visibly upset. Urtis, no conversation with him and the official. So yeah, you're right, Quast to the box.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to get either double minors or minors for that. Neither player heading to the dressing room with 9:58 remaining. That will be the time of the offsetting penalties. Nobody else looks like they're headed to the box.
And what a move that was by King. We're getting the replay right now. I mean, for Utah, he gave him a little bit too much time and space, but that was a quick move. Quick hands there from King. I don't even think we had a chance to look at the Ethan Light goal.
Light goal, yeah.
And there it is.
Can we run that one more time?
Here you go. Quick wrister on the blocker side.
And it looks like they are bringing another player to the box for Arizona State.
Looks
like that will put Utah on the power play. Time of those penalties, 9:58, as we previously mentioned. Shots now 23-17 in favor of Utah. So we will have an opportunity to see Utah's power play, and that's right after the ASU goal. So the very next puck drop, ASU is going to be short 1 man. So we'll see a full 2-minute power play or less.
And Ben Chase skated over to the box for ASU. So Ben Chase in there. His number is down on the scoreboard. It's Quast's 14, and it's a minor. So here we go. Utah on the power play. Slater skates in a near side half boards. Puck goes to the point for Light. Light over to Delaney. He fires a wrister, and the rebound was loose. Just kicked away from Urtis. Slater to the point for Delaney. And ASU able to get that puck all the way out. Delaney opts to send it back to his forward there, Slater, and now it's Light across the line. He dumps it in. That puck ends up out of the zone again.
Yeah, Utah having a little bit of difficulty here setting up their power play. ASU has been in the passing lanes a little bit, but I think Utes are trying to do a wraparound bring in. Now they bring it in. Let's see if they can set it up, and they do.
Yeah, Larilla at the point keeps it in. Correa over to Larilla, who fires a shot. It's high. Gibney, point pass to Larilla, backhand pass over to Correa. Correa to Gibney, couldn't quite get the pass off, and it's kept in though, however, by Correa, then it's speared out. And that'll force a Utah reset with 25 remaining on their power play. Larilla peels back. Pass to Ethan Light at the line, near side, skates it in. Down low for Gibney, nice diving break up there from ASU, and there's a shot from Gibney.
Goes off the post.
And that will just about end things here for the power play for Utah. Chase out of the box. Now it'll be Donovan.
Utah 1 for 2 on the power play tonight now.
Schneider on the near side. Over to Sunigal. It's poked away by Marchant. Cameron. Good pressure from Donovan at the line. It will eventually come out, but good pressure by him, and Cameron lost an edge. Sunigal ends up with it and dumps it in.
Is it just me, or are you seeing a lot of skaters when they're stopping and starting going down to the ice? It's almost like the ice might be a little bit soft tonight, and that's not allowing players to dig in, and the ice looks like it might be just giving underneath their feet. I've seen probably 3 or 4 skaters stop, and on that stop go down. We saw Ethan Light go down in the corner to our left earlier in the game. Just saw right there at center ice another player go down trying to reverse his momentum. And I mean, the ice doesn't look bad. We did notice that the puck was bouncing a little bit. So even though it's cooling off here in Utah a little bit, maybe the ice is has a little bit of moisture on it, and it's keeping it a little bit softer than we would really like it.
That's a good call. Yeah, a lot of players losing edges tonight. It's not a particularly cold building either. You know, not that makes a difference every time, depending on your, refrigeration system and such, but.
No, this is one of the warmer buildings in the state, to be honest with you. As this is a big arena.
Yeah.
A lot of ambient air space.
There's a shot, and it's deflected wide. Kylie Ram behind the net. Over to Franklin. Franklin, a long pass intended for King. Music bats it forward. And Kruchek had some space. He's going to wait for some reinforcements. Music fires a shot. It's blocked by Kylie Ram. He still has the puck, however. The tender touch. Well, there's a big hit from Evtimov on Music. Now here comes Langenbrunner into the zone. He's hit hard. There's a shot. Good save. His rebound was picked up by Schwab. And he almost had a second chance at that one. In fact, he did. He just didn't quite convert. You can see the physicality picking up late here.
You're reading my mind, Pat. I was just about to say, here right now in the last 5+ minutes of the game left, the physicality has absolutely ramped up. You can tell there's, we talked about it in the second period, there is a rivalry here, and it's been clean. Only 4 penalties throughout the game, 5 correction, but it's a physical. You can tell both teams want this game. They want the wins.
Absolutely, and these wins don't come easy in this league. It's getting late for ASU here, but still only chasing 2. There's a chance in front. The wraparound attempt from Newland on the backhand. It was a good save from Fuller. As Light plays that one off the glass and into the zone. Puck going back and forth in the neutral zone. Now it ends up in the ASU end. There you see the hustle of Urtis. He centers a pass.
That kid is fast.
Very fast is Michael Urtis. He's trying to find Slater on the doorstep there. And the only reason he's able to get that pass off is because he just pure hustle, beating his man. That puck slingshots all the way down. Slater.
Beat out the icing.
Yeah, he's a pretty quick skater as well.
Well, how many times have we talked about the team speed of the Utes? I mean, every game, it's a factor for the teams that are in opposition to us here at Salt Lake County Sports Complex.
Yeah, and you can really tell. We've talked about that before too. There's a backhand shot, good save by Benaldi. I don't know if it got to the net. Good play by Donovan to keep it alive and have that shot go towards the net. But yeah, Morgan Feeney's thumbprint on the program, right? It used to be a team that was a little bit bigger. They had your physical guys and some size, but not quite the case anymore. But it's the speed and it's the skills and it's the ability. And these players are conditioned very well. They can skate 60 minutes at this pace. And I think that's something that I hadn't seen before Morgan was with this program. And I mean, my goodness, is it fun to watch?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're talking about ACHA D1, one step down from NCAA D3, and
I mean, on most levels, sorry to interrupt, but it's actually considered the same level on some levels as in recruiting. They are recruiting against D3 schools.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and the reason why I bring that up is because you're talking about talented players that have played at some of the highest levels of junior hockey in North America, right?
Here's a play for Kruchek. They shoot, he scores! What a shot from Kruchek! Makes it 5-2 Utah. What a nice play. The setup from the far side corner gets to the stick of Kruchek, and he just blasts that one home. They're keeping that puck. I believe that is Mr. Kruchek's first goal as a U. Congratulations to Trevor Kruchek.
Yeah, and there was a big hit on the boards, and I'm actually surprised that ASU's not contesting as much as they are. I mean, it was a great goal by Kruchek, and welcome back and welcome on the score sheet, Mr. Kruchek. But player got absolutely lambasted on the inboards. It was a clean hit, clearly. Otherwise, Travis Larson, who was only about 4 feet away from where that hit took place, he would have called something. But Utah retakes a 3-goal lead. Time of that goal was 17:03. Goal scorer number 11 for the Utes, Trevor Kruchek. And as soon as we have an update on the assists, we'll give that to you. That actually might go down as an unassisted goal, even though 2 other players helped create that opportunity.
This looks like Kraft and Schwab.
Yep. Okay.
Kruchek's first and Kraft's 3rd assist and Schwab's 6th. And there'll be an offsides play at the line as Kraft is having himself a good night. 2 points so far. Here's the replay. Well, look at that wrister.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can see that ASU player in the corner just laboring.
Yeah, he takes 2 swipes at it. Kind of fanned on the first one, got every bit of lumber on that second one to put it behind Benaldi. Excuse me.
And after the face-off, Schneider, a nice stick there to play the puck towards the ASU end. Delaney skates it in, and yeah, you know, he's kind of lost an edge there as well, skating by the bench. Sunigal just pushed off the puck in the high slot. Donovan over to Larilla with just over 2 minutes to be played here in the third. With that 3rd goal, we may not see ASU pull the goalie. We've got, I'm not sure what the call is. I don't think that was an icing.
No, because the Utah player got there first. Maybe an offsides. But it's coming all the way back. Okay, it's coming all, okay. Yeah, so they're pulling the puck all the way back to the far dot because that's where the pass originated from.
And that's how you can get an offside.
That looks like an icing call.
Right.
And if he had made the pass all the way in the defensive zone, it would have come all the way back to the Utes defensive zone as well. So whenever they have a long delayed offsides like that, they will put it where the puck originates. Another one of those goofy little rules.
Slater looking for the stick of Gibney for a one-timer. Just off the mark. So we've got just about 90 seconds remaining in this contest. ASU getting physical. You can see the frustration. Trying for the wraparound.
Great stick there by Fuller to knock that away from the ASU player.
Yeah, Kylie Ram was going for that wraparound, and yeah, active stick there from Fuller, who has had himself an excellent game again tonight.
Yep. I don't think I need to expound on that anymore. Yep, works.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And we'll get a whistle here, but yeah, I mean.
This time icing will be the call.
Well, if this result holds, which with the 3-goal lead, 58 seconds, likely it will. His record will move to 4-1-1. He's got 2 shutouts in 5 starts so far. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, that's hard to beat in any league. I mean, maybe that can happen in some of the beer leagues, but when you're talking about competitive hockey with skilled players, it's not easy to get shutouts, and to get 2 of them in 5 starts.
Pretty good.
Pretty impressive.
Yes,
as my dad would say, outstanding.
I would agree. I would absolutely agree, as it looks like this one is going to go down as a Utah victory with less than 30 on the clock.
And the backside pressure of Kruchek right there is just like that is a clinic in backside pressure right there.
And a good game from Utah to kind of fend off ASU as they are attacking here and there and keep their foot on the gas pedal. Schwab across the line. Utah's not done. They want to get one more shot if they can. 3 seconds on the clock. It looks like that may not be the case. Horn will sound. And folks, the game goes final. It's Utah 5, Arizona State 2, and Utah continues their undefeated streak in conference play as they take home yet another win, and it's a win on home ice. And that'll push the losing streak to 3 for ASU and the win streak to 3 for Utah.
Yeah, and one of the things that really became apparent at in the latter stages of the third period is the Utes' desire to win. ASU was pressing. ASU was playing hard. They were trying to move the puck. They were getting the puck into dangerous areas. But every time they came close to getting into those dangerous areas, the Utes were right on them. Whether it was Kruchek with that backside pressure we were just talking about, if it's Correa, if it's, the defense, all of the defense for the Utes, as the Utes salute the crowd right now.
Yeah, what a great game from them.
But, it really didn't matter whose turn it was to step up. Somebody was there for the Utes to not allow a scoring opportunity, including Garrett Fuller with the swing of his stick to knock the puck away from Kyler Ram.
It's just a thing of beauty for this team. It's they're winning games they're in, and they last couple seasons, they'd outshoot an opponent heavily and still lose the game. It's a team that stays in control, and when they face a little bit of adversity, they just ramp it up and show you why they're the better team. And really, this ASU team is no pushover. It's a good team, and they beat a good team tonight. And ASU looked good. Once those bus slugs were done, they looked good. So tomorrow night could be quite something here for ASU. You're not going to want to miss that game, as we'll be back here at 7:30 tomorrow. But our broadcast isn't over tonight, as we'll have an interview rink side. Just waiting to get that player pulled aside. It's looking like that might be Captain Michael Urtis.
Yeah, he's over there chatting with his buddies while Taylor's waiting for him. So as soon as he becomes free, we're going to go ahead and send it down to Taylor Callahan. Looks like she has Captain Michael Urtis with her now.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and send it on down, shall we?
Let's do it. Taylor, take it away. She's with Captain Michael Urtis, ice level here at the Salt Lake City Sports Complex.
By the way.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, Utah hockey fans. Super excited to be here with you. I'm Taylor, and I'm here with Mike and number 14. So, how was your amazing night after a good win?
You know what? It was a great win. Great teams find a way to win even when we don't show up. I think tonight wasn't our most solid game structurally. A couple guys had a little too much fun last night, but we found a way to win, and it was solid. Boys are feeling really good.
Good, absolutely. That's the best way to end a game. Absolutely. So, what do you think you want to do going into that next game?
I think going into tomorrow, it's a big emphasis on taking care of our bodies and playing a bit more to our structure and to what our coaches put out in front of us this week in practice. I think if we really hit our neutral zone in a better sense tomorrow, I think we blow that team out by a lot more. So that's going to be what we're looking forward to tomorrow.
Good. Well, we're super excited to see it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Taylor. And that was Captain Michael Urtis down there with Taylor Callahan. What a great game there from the captain as we roll the feed here. We roll the highlights from tonight's game. Mitchell, that was just a really fun game to watch. We talked about it right before that interview, but it's a game where Utah, they dictated play for most of it, faced some adversity, and still came out with a W in a tough conference game against a tough conference opponent.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And here in the replays, you can see, the defense stepping up at the blue line, Fuller laying out for the save, making the good save there with his defenseman Noonan right on him, and then the shot by Ethan Light. That was the shorthanded goal by Ethan Light. Once again, you see it just right inside the crossbar there. You can't ask for a more difficult shot for a goaltender to face. There's a goal from ASU to make it a 2-goal game, and then right after that comes the Utes get right back in it, get that 3-goal lead once more, and they did not let up. As you can see, Kruchek's goal there. I mean, what a great game. What a great finish. You can't ask for more. We will be back on the air tomorrow with the men's M1 at 7:30 p.m., just like tonight. And it's a special game tomorrow.
The Mark Weiss game. Utah will be wearing special military appreciation uniforms, which I believe will be auctioned off. They will be available for purchase after the game. They will wear those tomorrow for the Mark Weiss game, and it's going to be a wonderful event. We do it every single year for Mark Weiss. He's got his number retired up here in the rafters. I believe he's an ex-Navy SEAL here from the Utah hockey program.
Who gave his life.
Yes, absolutely.
For the country. And, being a veteran myself, I'm a very, very proud Navy submariner. Not a SEAL, but the second boat I was on, and I'm not going to go too much into it tonight because we're going to dig into it a little bit more tomorrow, but we carried SEALs. 50 of them at a time. So definitely respect those men and everything they do for our country to keep us safe. But just to close out, we'll touch on more of the military aspect tomorrow because I have a lot to say about that. Some I'm very passionate about. But what a game by the Utes. ASU came out strong in the second period and beyond and really put the pressure on the Utes, but the Utes just did not give. You could tell who wanted it more at the end of the game, and the Utes finished it out. Final score 5-2 in favor of the University of Utah Skating Utes.
Absolutely. Really well played game by the home side tonight, and they're showing you why they're a top 10 team in the ACHA. But that is all the time we have left on this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you so much for tuning in this evening for this wonderful contest. We've got more hockey tomorrow with 3 games, but the M1 team back on these airwaves. 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time tomorrow night against number 20 ASU. It's the number 7 Skating Utes, hosting them for game 2 of the series and home series number 3 of the season and the last home series before the winter break. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. For myself, for everybody behind the scenes, Mitchell Slott, Patrick McGann, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. It's a Utah victory, 5-2 over Arizona State. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7:30. Until then, have a great rest of your evening, folks. Thank you.
Good night.